Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Solana is back below 100 US dollars. In the most recent price drop, Solana suffered a bit more than some other cryptos. I compare it, for example, to Ethereum. Ethereum looks different on the chart, but I think the main reason why Ethereum looks different because this move up that I've indicated here from a wave 3 to a wave 4, that was much stronger for Ethereum, and now Ethereum looks much more impulsive than what Solana is doing here. I mean, Solana, the possibility is still that we could build here something like an impulse to the upside actually, because two reasons for that. One reason, it has come down here in this descending channel. We talked about that. It has reached our target area that we talked about for many months now, for many weeks and a couple of months, maybe 3 months now actually. And yeah, it was reached. And I've always said when we reach this target area down here, there is a possibility that it starts to go up fast from here and possibly to new all-time highs. The possibility still exists. And now in the most recent drop, if anybody missed the low here, you know, everybody needs to decide for themselves if they want to get in here. I had a few questions in the last few videos. What is my target area to the downside? Well, this is my target area, yeah, sitting between $55 and $100. Not a huge range compared to the, you know, if you consider the volatility of the crypto market. I think yes, we could come down to $55. That's still my primary expectation, but you know, we've hit the target area, and in the grand scheme of things, if we buy at 100 or 55, it probably doesn't make a great difference. Not if we consider where the price could be going. And also, I think it's always good not to try to chase the low, because in the end, you only know if the low was the lowest low after it happened. Yeah. Therefore, I like to dollar cost average in. I've got a few buy orders set here in this area. Dollar cost averaging in at the current level is fine. I find very attractive. Now, I did talk about the first reason here that you know, Solana is still coming down here quite strongly compared to how it went up. Just structurally, it looks like that Solana is still coming down once more. And also looking at where it is, it's still in the channel, it's still in the descending channel, hasn't broken out of it, hasn't even broken above the 50-day moving average, hasn't broken above the 200-day moving average, has turned around in the yellow target area as expected. Somewhere in the target area we said, you know, it will turn around. It had the potential to move up to $140. It still has 142 to be, or 143. It still has, it could still come up once more. And as long as it doesn't break out of $143, I would still consider this scenario that you see in the chart, that we come down once more, as my primary scenario. But what could happen here is that we are building a first impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then with a wave 5, you could get out of here. So I think with this 5-wave move, we could get out of here. But for Solana, I think it's still very early days. You know, I think we could only interpret in here a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 still coming. So the 1, 2 might be done. That's it. You know, I think other cryptos like Ethereum could already have done their 3, 4 and might now start their wave 5. But it's pretty much at a tipping point for these. But here for Solana, there's still a way to go if it wants to move up from here. Still, that move up here to that wave 4 was fairly weak, looks very corrective, even less steep than that move back here from wave 1 to wave 2, and it's back below $100. Overall, I think the current level is attractive, considering where we think it could be going. I think we could see here Solana price of $650 in the next major wave up. That would be the wave 3. This here was a wave 1, 2, then the 3 is coming. Wave 3 should be a fast start, ideally, yeah. There is further room for further price decreases, but as I said, this is my target area, and in here at any point the price could be turning around, okay? So it doesn't need to come lower. That's pretty much the message, even though it is my primary expectation because of the structure and what the chart is doing here. Also, looking at, let's take a look just at the daily chart. On the daily, for example, just confirms that because we are still in the bearish range on the RSI is making lower highs and lower lows, which is not a bullish sign. Also on the daily MACD, the price is probably going to do another bearish crossover in the next couple of days, and we still have a short signal here on the ADX. So all of that points actually to further price decreases, at least short term. There is no turnaround to be seen. Even here on the 4-day chart, which is fairly meaningful, we see that on the RSI, we are still deeply in the bearish range. There is but still further room for further price drops. The MACD as well, not turning around yet at all, getting to a point now where it's really low. And so it will turn around at some point. But also here we have a short signal on the ADX on the 4-day chart. I think that is quite meaningful. And if we take a look on the weekly chart, this as well, not a good sign, or a bearish sign it is. There is still scope for further drops on the RSI, the long-term view here. On the MACD, it started to turn around to the upside here potentially. You see one bar on the MACD where we had decreasing selling pressure. Now that has increased again, that selling pressure. And also here, now we are here on the weekly, just possibly crossing again bullish on the ADX, the momentum in yeah, also a trend indicator, momentum indicator, but it's a little bit moving sideways. You always get these periods where it's moving sideways, crisscrossing. So to be fair, it has been all the way here bullish, and now it's just crossed bearish anyway. So we'll see how that turns out. It's not very clear yet, but everything else is rather pointing me towards further downside potential of Solana. So yeah, I'm not too bullish short term on Solana, but knowing that at any point here we could see a move, a turnaround. And you had this ascending trend line here as well that I haven't talked about yet. This ascending trend line that was broken as well to the downside, and what Solana could do, could just retest that from below and then move down further here. That's what I would prefer, to be honest. Even lower prices for Solana, and then a nice turnaround to new all-time highs would be what I do prefer. Yeah, that's my view here on Solana. Hopefully you liked the update about Solana. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. And then, yeah, if you like the content, maybe also consider to join as a channel member with access to Discord, Telegram, the live chat, and a weekly live stream. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.